We're gonna have a lot of, funny little creatures that we will have an army of, and we will throw around to do things. Just like these. That's the first type. It's the pink Tinykin, which is basically your carrier. These are the ones that can carry stuff, that can move stuff. They are the strong ones. And that's gonna be pretty much it from the beginning. We will also get the red, the green, the blue, and finally the yellow, but we will talk about them once we get closer to them.
Yeah, don't want to spoil anything.
Exactly. But yeah, for now, we don't have that many movement options. We have a bubble, which we can glide on. Later in the run, we will get more bubbles, so the duration will be extended. But for now, we will have to stay with one. So the main objective of the game is to get all of these components to create a machine that can get us back to home, because we're not home, by the way, in case you haven't seen the discrepancy between Bugs and this little guy right here, which is called Milodane? Milodane? I don't know the pronunciation, but that.
Yeah.
We are stuck here for some reason. I don't think it's explained that well why we're here, but that's not the concern. The fact is we want to go home, and that's it.
Yeah, that's basically the plot of the game. That's, like Ariel said, it's a lot of inspiration from Pikmin. Like Olimar needing to get back to his home planet and needing to repair his ship. Here you just need the various components so that you can build a machine to get you back.
Exactly. So that was the intro. Just an introduction of movement, an introduction of Tinykin, an introduction to throwing, to getting the components, etc., etc. We are now going to move to the first actual level in the game. But first, we're going to get our second mobility option, which we are going to use like 95% of the game, which is our soapboard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the main way you do movement in this game is by using the soap board, but also jumping, because it just accelerates you further.
Yeah.
But also, if you're on a slope and you use the soap board, you might not be able to, travel as far or as well. So using the board and jumping every chance you get, that's the fastest way you can move in the game.
Exactly. Really, jumping doesn't really make it faster by itself. However, let's say it skips the subtle slopes of every surface in the game. So by making it like by treating it like a flat surface, we can just keep going faster instead of dealing with any turbulences in the ground. Because believe it or not, this game is modeled almost perfectly. Like almost every single slope you see, it's an actual slope. So a lot of times it's just better to keep jumping, and also that has the benefit of also making it easier to turn around if needed. Because turning around in midair is a lot easier than on the ground. So that will be our main movement for the game. So yeah, this is our first level. See all of those yellow dots? We're gonna get them all. I think
this is 100%.
This is 100%, which I guess this is a good time, Sani, to explain the category. We're gonna get every pollen, every Tinykin, every side quest, every side objective, everything. So there's a lot of routing that comes into this game, and a lot of memorizing every single collectible, making sure that you don't forget anything. Because if you forget something and then you end the level with one off, that is a very frustrating feeling that I know too well.
Yeah, and there's no map or radar in this game. There is like a visor or like goggles or something where you can look through, but the problem is that it's not extremely effective. So especially if you're missing just like one little thing or like one little pollen or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of just routing and just trying to take the same path, making sure you get everything. This can get pretty technical.
Yes. Also, you might have seen some movement that I completely forgot to mention about the support, and that is grinding. We can grind on the sides of edges. They are very finicky. Sometimes they don't work that well. And okay, my bubble didn't come out. That's so, but yeah, we can grind on edges. We'd make it faster, but as I said, it is very finicky. Sometimes the edges don't get recognized that well. Sometimes you fall when trying to grind into an edge. Sometimes it's just not worth it. And as you have seen there, we have fall damage. That is going to be kind of useful sometimes. The thing about this game is that you don't really die or take damage or anything. It's just a little bit of time loss, and there's like an automatic checkpoint for every ground you land on. So as long as we fall and we take fall damage, we can die and respawn again on the same floor that we were on. That will make it very useful in case, I don't know, I miss something and I fall, and instead of having to climb all the way back up, I can just take fall damage and I'm already there. So yeah, we are in the temple, or church, or whatever you want to call it, I guess.
And Ariel did grab the red Tinykin, which those are basically explosives. So,
right.
Yeah, there's going to be parts where you need to use specific Tinykin to, bust open doors or, these boxes, for instance. Like, there's going to be some times where you need to switch the type of Tinykin you're using.
Exactly. The thing about red Tinykins too is that they do not respawn. So like if you use them by accident on something that you didn't want to use them on, you're gonna have to find more. Luckily there are more than enough to get everything, and more, honestly. There are extra.
Mm-hmm.
But it is still very... yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to give you less Tinykin than you need to 100% it. So
Exactly.
The worst case scenario is you just have to go out somewhere and just pick up more, which, depending on where you mess up, it could cost you time, but it just kind of depends.
Yeah. So yeah, we're opening this, I don't know, this drawer, I guess, even though it doesn't open like a drawer, but whatever. We're opening up that section for a side quest that we're actually going to do at the very end of the level. So, but yeah, there's a lot of as I said before, there's a lot of routing. There are 3 side objectives for every level. Except one that has only 2, but that's an exception. There are 3 side objectives, and all of them can take a little while, so it is important to do them somewhat early, so that while they are happening, we can be collecting other stuff as well. There's a lot of multitasking, like in any Pikmin game, for example. Because things that need to be carried around take a long time. That means that we need to use that time to do something else. And most of the routing is based exactly around that. So yeah, you might see on the corner right there the counter of Poland. 1,000 is not the total. 1,000 is the threshold that we need to get an extra bubble. And after that, then the counter expands. So I think it's like... I want to say 1200 for the first level. I don't really remember. But yeah, there's a lot.
Can you? Oh, yeah. Can you pick up bubbles though, like without needing to get all the pollen, or is that the only way you can get extra bubbles?
The only way you can get extra bubbles is by getting pollen.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
Not all of it, as I just said, but
Yeah. Yeah.
most of it.
Yeah. Once you hit that threshold, then the game rewards you with that.
Exactly. And bubbles are very important too, because there's side quest in this in every level that's a gem. That those side quests normally need more bubbles than what you would have if you were not getting the bubbles. So it is important to get the bubbles early so we can actually get the gems. In fact, the routing for this first level involves getting the bubble midway through instead of at the very end like all the other levels. Precisely so we can get the gem later on. Yeah, now we're just waiting for that piano key to open the passage.
So yeah, in all that time, Ariel still had like, 2 seconds to spare, and he got a lot done during that time. So now he can just immediately go into this section without having to like do any weird kind of movement or anything. He's already here. Exactly.
There's a lot of waiting for the thing to happen. It will not be that prevalent in later levels, but especially at the beginning, it can be a pain.
Yeah, I'd say the one, I mean, a couple people in chat have kind of talked about it, but I'd say the one main difference between Tinykin and Pikmin is that, well, I mean, the obvious one to me is that Pikmin, there's enemies, and you have to make sure that your Pikmin aren't killed by enemies or bosses or whatever, but in this game, this is more focused on just collecting what you need to collect, and making sure you're finding enough Tinykin to complete the objectives, and it's more just, like, focus on, like, the goals. It's less about trying to, keep your Pikmin alive, or in this case, your Tinykin alive. Yeah.
Well, that was the first side objective, by the way, getting inside the piano and rescuing that guy. That was the first side objective.
So how did you learn about Tinykin? I'm curious.
Well, I learned about Tinykin from speedrun competition that was done like a year and a half ago. Tinykin was one of the games selected. I fell in love with the game, and I routed 100%. I did a semi-casual run with like 3.5 hours, and now the world record is up 2.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, it's always fun joining like speedrun competitions, and it's like, oh, I've never heard of this game. Then you play it, and you're just like, wait a minute, this slaps.
Exactly. That's pretty much what happened with me in this game.
Yeah.
So, now, something else that you might have seen me grabbing is leathers. There are 4 leathers in every level. Each leather, when delivered, gives you 10 pollen, but also, once you deliver all 4, you get an extra 50. So they are very important. Also, that nice gold right there.
That's no problem.
They are very important. Not only to just, oh, okay. Sure, okay. That happened. I guess
that happened.
Going again.
Going back. There's worse things that can happen.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's a
things,
little annoying.
But, so as I said, the leathers are very important to route as well, because sometimes they're in spots where there's literally nothing else around them. So you have to make time and get those leathers as well. And if you forget one, they can be a lot of pain to get back. Anyways, I have 930, which is great for this part of the game. That means I have 620, 980 so far. Good. The main difference about pollen and actual Tinykin is that the pollen actually has a counter on screen. There's also a counter for Tinykin, but it gives you the total, so it doesn't give you, oh, you missed red Tinykin, or oh, you missed whatever X purples. It just gives you a total, so it's not that that useful. So now we have enough pollen. We're gonna go down. We're gonna get our bubble. So now basically our gliding duration is extended, which is great not only for safety but also, as I said, because for the gem that we will need later. And as you can see there, throwing Tinykin to get pollen is also a very viable strategy. That means that you don't really have to physically collect every pollen in the game. You can just throw them. You can just throw Tinykin at the pollen and they will grab it for you.
Yeah, that, not only does it save time, that's very convenient too, because you don't have to like run over there and like jump over a gap. You can just throw a Tinykin and you're good.
Exactly. Also, I have been opening these silk lines. The only reason why I really open them is not that much because of fast travel, but it is mostly because there is pollen floating in the air, and having to aim to get them is usually very difficult and very slow. So it's mostly just better to simply use the silk line, and even though you have to watch a small cutscene for it being unlocked, it's a lot better usually. There's one exception that we will see in the next level, but that's it. I need to go down here.
Do you guys mind if I chime in with a donation?
Oh, for sure, we have time.
Go ahead, yeah.
Absolutely. We have our first donation of the marathon. We have $3 from Haxon, and thank you for putting your pronunciation in your name because I would have butchered that. Their comment reads, "Hello everyone, Haxon here. First donation of the marathon! Exclamation point. I'm making this donation for two things. For one, to support an amazing cause, and second, to tell everyone that I'll be helping with commentary for Spark the Electric Jester 2 80% minimal tech run tomorrow. So catch that if you can. That one will be happening at 4:56 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, March 23 Eastern Time. So make sure to catch that. It's gonna be sure to be an interesting run. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you so much for the donation. So right here, I should also mention that every level has a main objective, not side quests, but a main objective, which is used to, regain our component for the machine and get back home. This one specifically is opening that bridge right here, so that we can deliver the CD and whatever the other thing is that gets electricity going. So we're gonna do just that. Also, another thing that you might have mentioned, that you might have seen there, during cutscenes we do not have fall damage, which is very useful to fall long distances without having to use the bubble or whatever, but also because we're moving during a cutscene, it saves time overall. So now we're gonna try and get this before the cutscene starts. Okay, we got it.
Nice.
So now the main objective is done, which means
There you go.
it's time for an unskippable cutscene. Yeah, all the cutscenes in this game are unskippable, except for glitches. There is one we will use at the last level of the game, which for some reason doesn't work with the others. But there are cutscene skips that work in every level that are like, not cutscene skips, but more like cutscene overlaps. Because there is a time period where your Tinykin are floating in midair before they contact with something, that means that you can throw a Tinykin while it's flying, a cutscene starts, and then another cutscene starts because the Tinykin arrived to its destination. It is kind of difficult to do consistently, and it usually doesn't save that. It usually saves time in any percent, but in 100% most of the time, it doesn't save that much. Because you're gonna be doing other things meanwhile. So having to wait and time an explosive, for example, it's not worth it to just go around and get more things.
Right. So like for cutscene overlaps, so if you like start a long cutscene but then you're able to activate a shorter cutscene, do you only have to wait for that shorter cutscene to finish and then you can move on? Like
yes,
is that how it works?
yes,
Gotcha.
But also the things that happen during the long cutscene are still happening during your gameplay because you're moving when you shouldn't be.
I see, okay.
So sometimes that can affect some things, like for example in the level leader that is called Ambrose. You can do it, but also the screen will flash black sometimes, will do fade-ins, fade-outs. You will not see where you're going, suddenly you will be teleported because the cutscene would teleport you. So most of the time it's not that big of a deal.
I gotcha.
Anyways,
that's interesting that it happens though.
Here's why we needed that extra bubble to get that.
Yep. Can't make that if you don't have it.
So this is the quest for the gem. We are almost done with this level, honestly. Because we have already done the main objective, we are just cleaning up a couple things we need to do left, and that's it, we're done. So we're gonna clean all of this up. I think I haven't forgotten anything. The gem, the spot, and now we get the second artifact, which artifacts are just the rewards you get for side quests. They don't do anything, they're just collectibles that are there. Get the photo, please. Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes they can be a little finicky when you try to throw them.
Yeah, especially if it's on an arrow gap. If they hit anything other than what you want them to hit, they just retract and be like, oh well, I tried. 1592, that's good. We have all the pollen, and that is all Tinykins. So now we're gonna get our third. And we are done with the first level.
Nice.
Which we will promptly go back to hub from the menu. No need to walk. So yeah, we have a small cutscene here if our lovely host wants to say something. Right, so we got the third bubble. That one is the only one that doesn't need you any pollen or anything. It's automatically given to you after the first level. And that means that without getting any extra bubbles, during the whole game you only have 2. Just for comparison, there's a total of 8.
Do we have some more time for more donations?
Yep. Go ahead.
Wonderful. We just got 2 donations, and we got a $10 donation from MND Lika. They say, had to donate during this amazing game. Keep up the great work. We also have another $10 donation from Boo. And they say, hi, I'm late for the beginning, but I'm here. You know what you shouldn't be late for? The absolute madness that will be Witness plus Lingo this Sunday. You know you like chaos. You know I like to provide chaos. Just do it. Also, thank you Fred Hutch for everything you do. Thanks to all the wonderful volunteers and staff, and thanks to Team 17 for being so awesome. Love you. The heart at the end. And they put their $10 towards the Mine the Last Fruit incentive. Thank you for your donations.
Right. So we're in Foliana now, which is not my favorite level. Mainly because of Leaf's hitboxes. It's full of them, and they can be a pain.
Yeah, there's a lot of slopes on these leaves, and that can kind of be a pain to deal with.
Exactly. But the most important thing is that we now have green Tinykin, which are very, 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 very useful. They can get to you in a tower that you can climb, and they are just very useful for vertical movement.
So like an instance right here, you just get a bunch of green Tinykin and you're up there. But also, if you were to fall down, instead of having to like do a bunch of platforming, if there's a time where maybe you fall, you can sometimes have your green Tinykin make a tower for you, and you're not going to lose as much time.
Exactly. The other thing that I should mention about green Tinykin is that once you throw them, if they hit the ground, they stay there, waiting for another green Tinykin to be thrown to form a tower, which sounds useful, except you don't really need to throw green Tinykins to form a tower. You can just hold the throw button without aiming, like this. And what that means is that if you try to snipe Poland but you miss, the green Tinykin will now stay on the ground very close to the Poland but not quite. And every throw you try to make then, it's going to magnet automatically to the green Tinykin, which can throw things up a little bit. But luckily that's very easily fixable by just cancelling the aim and doing it again. But yeah, we have a lot of things to do again. A lot of fruits, a lot of flowers to bloom, a lot of navigation. This level isn't that long, honestly, compared to others. There's not that much things to collect, there's not that many. But it is also very labyrinthic, so there's a lot of routes.
Yeah, I'm just impressed that like there's even a route in the first place, because I would just be completely clueless trying to remember where all the pollen is, because there's so much of it and it's just in every little nook and cranny. So yeah, like I've seen Ariel play this game before. This is the first time I'm seeing a full run like in a row from Ariel, but I've seen him play this before, and I'm just like, I keep thinking, like, how do you even remember all this? Like, but yeah. It's a pretty technical game, but Ariel seems to love it.
It is great. I recommend everyone to play this.
Speaking of, if this game looks fun, this game is available on all modern systems, so like PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Nintendo Switch. So feel free to grab it if you find it interesting and want to give it a try.
Couple of things that I should mention as well is you may have seen me a little bit ago deliver one of the bones for the skeleton display right up there. That is one of the side quests, and the reason why I actually delivered it instead of waiting till the end is because we are very scarce on pink Tinykin right now. So we have pretty much exactly, it doesn't matter because I misspelled it, we're gonna go back there. We have pretty much exactly what we needed for to grab that object and get it out of the way. So that means that if I didn't have done that, I would have needed to search for another pink Tinykin somewhere. There are a lot of things like that where the order of how you do things not only matters because of distance, but also because of resources. Especially in later levels, you're gonna have things that maybe require you like, I don't know, 30, 25 pink Tinykin. You need to make sure on the route that you have gotten past 30 or 25 pink Tinykin already to be able to grab that when you first get there. Now we're in the free climb, which, as I said before, I don't like. Leaves are terrifying. They can pull you off super easily. Okay, so this is the one exception I talked about earlier, where aiming for the Poland is actually faster than unlocking the silk line. So yeah, not much to say here aside of we're gonna knife some Poland right up there. I got it, I did. Cool.
Nice.
That doesn't really save that much time, but it's fun to do, and it doesn't take that, and it doesn't really lose that much if you fail it. So
I mean, that's got to feel good to do, though, when you can just throw a Tinykin from far away and you still get what you need, and then you don't have to make your way over there. That's... I'm curious about something, though. Is there any, like, RNG in this game or anything like that? Or is this all pretty much set and you just have to remember what to do?
as far as I know, there is not any RNG that I can remember right now.
I gotcha.
Which, again, it's pretty good for a game like this where it's all movement and
Right.
collecting things. Okay, that should be 735. 735, cool. Haven't missed anything yet. And we are actually close to done on this level. Kinda, like a little bit past halfway there. So yeah, those carnivorous plants, if you stay on them, they kill you, but like it's the same quote-unquote kill as when you die of fall damage. It's just bubbly explosion. You just fall, you just appear back where you were. What is interesting though is that if you launch a Tinykin from its mouth, it can also trigger it, which means that grabbing pollen from it is kind of dangerous. But sometimes it's needed, that's it. So that was the gem. And yeah, this is the one exception that has only 2 side objectives instead of 3. I don't really know why. I feel like there could have been something more. But I'm not gonna complain, that's less things to do.
Well, to be fair, you mentioned this is one of your least favorite levels, so I mean, if there was another objective, it could be a really fun objective, or they could have put in something that you're just like, oh man, I don't really care for this.
That is fair, that is fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're gonna go through this, open this, and it's a very slight, it's to go off track a little bit to get through here. But also, it's very convenient for when the stealth lines get you. So it works. So far, I don't think I have forgotten anything. I hope. If this run goes really smoothly and I don't forget anything, that's honestly all I could ask for. Because, especially in later levels, there are a lot of very hidden pollen and Tinykin. So like, something can happen, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have enough now for the bubble. But first we're going to actually get our main objective done. Because this is the component we need. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, it's been like half an hour, but yeah, we're small. This is a house.
Just like regular Pikmin, you're really small. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I kinda just completely forgot to talk about that part. But yes, this is a whole house. We're just going through the rooms. And in fact, there's a little bit of like hidden lore about the room that we don't go through in this game. That it's talked a little bit on Discord. I don't think it's being talked about in the game itself. Or maybe a small mention. But not much.
Maybe they'll make Tinykin 2 and then they'll explain
Oh
it.
god, I hope. But yeah, this is already pretty much the end of the level. We would go that way to finish the level normally, but we can just go to menus, so we don't care. That's all the Tinykin, perfect. Don't forget the bubble. I always forget the bubble in this level.
So, does the game reward you with anything if you get 100%? Like, do you get any specific rewards?
Achievements.
Gotcha, okay. Hey, that's something. That's something.
Yeah, mostly just achievements, but it is still good. It is still fun
Yeah.
to do, so...
Right.
So yeah, the second side objective right here. And we're gonna get the 4 that we have left. And
There you go. Nice work.
Yeah, that was the second level already. That was... yeah.
Yeah. How many stages are there in this game?
So there are 5 main ones, and there are very small one. In
I gotcha.
So 5.5. Let's
Okay,
say.
that's fair enough.
Why not?
Sounds good to me.
So yeah. Just a small cutscene on the hub. Not much else. We're gonna go back to Foliana because the way to the next level is through here, just like we did with Sanctar.
We got a question from somebody in chat. Do you also do the race thingies from the DLC?
No we don't. Because those are tied to your user on Steam, I guess, or whatever. Like if you start a
whatever
new,
platform you're on.
Yeah, if you start a new file, they are already done. In fact, I already have all the customs unlocked, so that you get from all the races.
Yeah, you can get different costumes and wear them, but they're just cosmetic. None of them give you an advantage or anything.
Exactly. So we are into Balnia. This is a very interesting stage because once we open that door that the game just highlighted up there, there's a second part of the stage. There's like 2 rooms in one. And also we have a new type of Tinykin. If I can get it. It's the blue one. The blue one is very context sensitive. It is mostly used for... well, you see it in a little bit, but they conduct electricity. They can... that's pretty much it, honestly. Like, they just conduct electricity.
Yeah.
They're very context sensitive. You can't really use them anywhere else aside from when from where the game wants you to.
Yeah, when you try to...
We have to collect, so...
Yep. When you try to use the blue Tinykin, basically, like, you can set them in a way to where it, like, creates a path if you need to, like, get electricity from one place to another. But the thing is, you can't just place them literally anywhere. Like, they have to be within range. So, Ariel is kind of, like you saw there, he had to put them in specific spots because if he tried to go too far, the electricity wouldn't reach. But if it's too close, then he might run out of Tinykin, and so then he would have to take the time to try to fix it.
Exactly.
So they can be a little complicated, but Ariel's gonna... He's got this.
I know a couple of things.
You've played this game once or twice.
Yeah. But yeah, the other thing that's very specific for Blue Tinykin is that every connection, every cable that you have to do, I guess you can call it, every single one of them has a different number of maximum Tinykins you can use. So it's not like, oh, if I do it too short, I'm gonna run out of Tinykins for other things. No, it's if I do it too short, the game itself will tell me, stop doing that, use fewer.
I just imagine a message popping up saying, stop doing that. that would be kind of funny.
That would be funny. But yes. in case you haven't noticed yet somehow, Valnia is a bathroom. So there's going to be a lot of weird structures because, again, this is a population bugs. And
I had no idea this was a bathroom.
yeah, there you go. So we're gonna be opening this. If everything goes to plan, I should be leaving the first part of the stage with 419. I missed something. Okay, yeah, I know what I missed. There we go. That's the beauty of sniping, by the way.
Yeah. Well, that's as soon as you said I missed something, my heart rate kind of went up. I'm like, oh man. But then you realize quickly. So sometimes it's not that simple. Sometimes you're like scouring the entire level for like one pollen that you might have missed.
Yeah,
But,
all the pollen in this game comes in chunks of like in groups. But
Yeah.
sometimes you get a couple of them and you think, oh, I've gotten them all. I've gotten them all. And then you haven't. And you don't think about looking there again because you think you have gotten them. It's bad.
I hope I didn't just jinx you, by the way.
You probably did, but it's fine.
My bad, commentator's curse. It wouldn't be a marathon without it.
So yeah. Also, quick Easter egg. You can step on that and make it for the flush.
Attention to detail.
Yeah, just... It does absolutely nothing except the sound.
I always love little goofy things like that in games. It just,
Oh,
just when the devs had a little bit of fun and a little bit of time, they're just like, eh, why not? Let's make this flush.
So I missed one thing. It's fine. I know exactly what I missed. So I'm gonna be opening this shortcut just because I don't want to go all the way back up. I normally don't open those, but you know, circumstances.
Yeah, if you're playing this casually, please get the shortcuts.
Yes, please. So yeah, normally I would have gotten that up earlier and I would just stay up, but whatever, it's fine. In this level specifically, red Tinykins aren't that big of a deal. If anything, pink ones are more strict.
Nice.
So yeah, we're gonna get this chunk of pollen that I always forget real quick. And now we're gonna go into the second part of the level. Which, surprise, it's a party, I guess. A very bad one, so we have to help them. That is literally our main objective, just do things to make it a better party. And how many objectives is that? I think it's 5. It's the AC, the boat, the radio, the bubbles, the laser, and the music. 6, sorry. Yes. So yeah, there's a lot of things to do. Again, tell me a single level where there aren't things to do. That's right, you can't.
Yeah, I can't think of any. Yeah, even just the main hub, there's still stuff you gotta do. Granted, not as much as actually in these levels, but yeah, when you're in the hub, you still gotta talk to characters and everything. Like, always something you gotta do.
Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, water kills us. Don't ask why, I don't really know. I think it's because of the suit. But yeah, water kills
Maybe,
us.
Maybe he just can't swim. I don't know.
I doubt that's it, because you can drown in a in a puddle.
Oh,
That, like,
I see.
That like doesn't get to even your ankles. So
I gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's
pretty
not
sure
it then.
it's the suit.
Yeah. Okay. I'll concede. I think it's the suit.
So yeah. So you might be thinking, now that I've seen it in chat, I might as well talk about it. You might be thinking, how is the any percent run of this? It is completely different. There is a skip, in pretty much the first intro level, like the tutorial, that we're gonna have to come back to, by the way, because the tutorial actually has another part that's out of access at first. But but we get there and there are more things to collect and whatnot. But the thing is, in any percent, you do a skip that lets you get access to that part before doing any of these levels. So basically, any percent is just one level. Any percent is just get that skip to access to the later levels, and then do another skip to skip the second to last, and suddenly you're on the last level where you only do the main objective and you win.
Amazing.
So it's like 20 minutes of run, but don't think that makes it easy. The skip is insanely hard. I haven't been able to get it once.
Wow. So I guess you don't have an any percent time then because of that skip.
Exactly. However, there is also all parts, which is more or less just any percent blitzless or all levels.
Okay, that's fair enough. Would you say that?
I still don't have a time on, but it's a lot.
I gotcha.
It's a lot more beginner friendly, I guess.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that. I'm like, maybe if somebody like, because I know 100% can seem daunting for some, especially for a game like this, but maybe any percent might be. But like, you know, maybe a good beginner category would be all parts, just to kind of get a feel for the game. So
exactly.
I was just about to ask that, so you read my mind.
I always do.
Well, yeah, generally.
But yeah, we have moved teddy bear that we need to clean, but of course to clean anything we kind of need a way to clean it, so washing machine. This whole level is centered about the blue Tinykin, so there's a lot of things operating in electricity. Yeah, the leaf skip, it's really hard.
You want to bet time with the donation?
For sure, go ahead.
Go ahead.
We have a $20 donation from Song of Soil, and their comment reads, Indiethon was one of the first marathons that accepted me as a runner when I first started out. Huge shout out to the runners, viewers, staff, charity, and sponsors. Without you all coming together, this wouldn't be possible. Here is to another amazing year of speedruns with a heart emoji. Thank you so much. We're really glad to have you, and we're looking forward to your run this event. Back to you guys.
Thank you. So, this section right here of the level, this specific platform, is very important because out of here there are like 5 things that happen. First of all, of course, is the washing machine. We need to carry the teddy bear again. We can also go up for more pollen and more things. We can also do the connection, the electric connection right there to open the part for the gem. We can also go up here to get the laser that we actually need for the main objective. We can also float there to the plant right in front of us to get the key and more extra pollen stuff. Like, there's a lot. That's why this specific zone of the level in all of my runs have gone through the most rerouting. Because getting Tinykin to get a specific part first is very important. You need, for example, right now I'm doing this plant and I'm hoping that by the time I get to the top, the teddy bear gets delivered. Because I need 15 Tinykin to do something here real quick. And it's not. Okay, so we're just gonna have to wait here while that teddy bear goes in there so I can do this.
Yeah.
I was a little bit too fast, I guess.
I guess it's better to be. Is it better to be too fast than too slow, or?
Not really. Like, it's better to just be in the same
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. I guess it doesn't matter which way, because if you're too fast, then you have to wait there. But if you're too slow, then you're gonna just lose progress entirely.
Exactly.
So.
And not only that, but if
Yeah,
you're
that's
too
fair enough.
slow, you might be floating when the cutscene starts.
Oh, yeah.
And since there is no fall damage during cutscenes, that's just a guaranteed fall to wherever you might be.
Right.
So it might...
Yeah, that's a good point.
You might just lose progress entirely.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna
And if you didn't get a shortcut, then yeah, that's a problem.
So I'm gonna do this connection right here, but I'm actually going to wait before entering. Because I got a key. That key is very important for this level, because we're gonna open this massive door right there. Because there's an objective where we need to deliver things between the two zones of the level. And that is the only way to go through. For the Tinykin. For us, we can go through the tunnel, but that doesn't count for that. So we're gonna open the door. We're gonna get in. Start delivering the thing up there and go back. And things will get done eventually. So I could also deliver the letters right there because I was right next to the place. But the ending of the level takes a while, so we have more than enough time to simply get the letters while we're waiting for the main objective to complete. So yeah, this is the dryer, I guess. Oh, that's timing. That's the way I came from. The cutscene broke my camera and I didn't know where I was. That's fun. I didn't get it. Okay. It's
yeah,
fun.
and fortunately, it's not that bad if you do take a death. You just respawn right where you were. So
Deaths just lose like a couple of seconds. They're not a big
yeah,
deal.
not a big deal. So you're playing the Steam version of the game. So do you use keyboard, mouse, or controller for this?
I use keyboard mouse mostly because I want the very precise aiming.
That's
for
fair. Yeah,
throwing.
gotcha. I had a feeling, but I was like, might as well ask because I actually had no idea.
Oh, that's the other side quest done. We still need to get the items, but as said, we have more than enough time to do that at the very end of the level. So we are just waiting. However, now that we have Tinykin, we can do this from up here. Do not have to go down all the way. And now we have a secret 50 here. So yeah, most of the stuff is already done. Mostly. It is now just going to the center and get the little things we have left. And this is going to be another example of using a cutscene to avoid fall damage.
Nice.
Yeah. Keep in mind.
And now he's gonna be right down there as soon as this cutscene's up.
But keep in mind, however, that even if you are in a cutscene, you can still die if you fall on water. So.
Would that put you like back at the very top then in that instance, like where you were last on ground?
Yes.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So yeah, we're gonna get the radio here. The boat is going to appear soon. And I got it. Cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, so these platforms right here, because on a cutscene they move, they don't count as solid ground. So there's no checkpoints down there.
It looks kind of difficult to do fast too because they're so small and like
Yes.
there's a little bit of water like in between, so it's I would assume it's very easy to just slip off and fall in.
Especially if you try to use the support, because
Yeah.
it is very easy to suddenly start grinding on one of the edges, and because they're circular, you just go around and suddenly you're facing a completely different direction.
Yeah. You know, you would think that the soap board could just, like, sit atop the water, but I guess not.
No.
You would think, but oh well. It's a video game.
Okay, so we got all Tinykin already. This right here is the last objective, but because once we get it, we're gonna get into a cutscene and we're gonna get teleported. We're gonna wait for it until we are ready to collect all of this, which should have 1110 because I have 90 out of leathers. That's right. Cool. Now we're gonna get that, and now we are done with the level. Now we just need to watch the cutscene, get the component, and grab the couple of things that we left on, and we are done with Balmir. So yeah, party. In case you forgot,
Party time.
In case you forgot, that was the main objective here. Don't know where they got the fireworks from, but I'm not gonna ask.
I don't think shooting fireworks in a bathroom is a good idea.
I mean, have you seen how small they are?
Okay, maybe if they're extremely tiny fireworks, maybe you could get away with it.
So yeah, we're gonna get the bubble. We're gonna get the 2 artifacts we have from completing the side quests. And we're gonna get the pollen we have left from the leathers, and we are done. And in fact, I probably will have to wait a couple of seconds even for the level to be actually done. Yep. Oh well.
Yeah, nothing you can do here. Just gotta wait it, and then.
There we go. You can always throw Tinykin if you're on board.
Practice your aim.
Oh yeah.
Under an hour at this point. Nice.
Yep. We are halfway through. We are done with 3 levels. We are now going to go for the transition level, which is like the very first area we spawned in, the tutorial stuff. Now there's going to be more things to do there. So we're gonna do that real quick. It's very short, luckily. The level list has like the least pollen out of every level and the least things to do.
This is another reminder of Pikmin, because Pikmin, which this game got influence from, in Pikmin 1 you have to go back to the very first level of the game to get one part, and so in this game it's like they're kind of borrowing that idea too. So
Exactly. Also, another thing that I don't think I have mentioned in like an hour, the amount of Tinykins you have reset every level. They are saved to that current level. So right now I have the 30 pink Tinykin I got from the very tutorial of the level. The very first area of the game. But every green, blue, red Tinykin that I had on previous levels, it's completely gone. They're on that level, and I'm not gonna get going back, so...
But if you were to go back, they would still be there, and you could still use them, right?
Exactly.
Like, okay.
Yeah, they are saved per level. Which means you have
nice,
to build your army from the very beginning every stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I took a quick detour to get that 150, that 50 pollen there. But this is the second floor, or the first floor, I don't know how names work. So yeah, no new Tinykin yet in this transition. But the main thing is we need to get, we need to open a lock, like a vault. That was just bad on my part. I don't know what I was doing there. We need to open a vault. Normally, what the game expects you to do is to grab those little papers with numbers get them all on a painting. No, not a painting, a diploma. I don't know why I said painting. It's a diploma. To fill the spaces, and suddenly you know the combination. However, you already know the combination. That part is completely done, and you don't need it. Because it is also not tracked in 100%. It's not tracked as an objective.
Ah, okay.
It's only there to help you.
Yeah.
So if you don't need any help... Oh, I am not dead. Okay.
Nice save.
That's the good thing about having so many bubbles. You have more than enough time to think. Oh.
It's...
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just fall.
That's okay. Try again.
That's fine.
Oh, okay, you were right. That was a puddle, and he still died, so...
Yeah. No, it's, you die
Yep.
with any amount of water.
Yep. Well, that also, it's kind of convenient that the combination isn't different every time. It's not like it's random. It's the same one, so if you already know it, you can just go and do it. So
yeah, exactly.
You don't have to... It's not like you have to do it, and you have to look at it and try to figure it out. Like, you just know.
To be fair, if it was random, it wouldn't be that big of a deal either, because you go through the 4 pages, the 4 papers, in 100%. So you just look at them real quick and be like, oh, these are the 4 numbers. Time to try combinations, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna let those blue Tinykins in the corner to the end, because that's where we will finish the stage on. So yeah, as I said, there's not much in this stage. There's mostly just 50s instead of a lot of Poland everywhere. There's just a lot of 50s. Like, as you can see, we're halfway there to get in the bubble already. So yeah, we're going to get up here, get this, don't forget it. So yeah, a lot of just wandering around in this stage. There's not much.
Yeah. It's as far as like what you need to do, it's fairly straightforward. Just, you know, make sure you remember your route and get all the pollen that's in your way, and just, you know, stuff we've been doing for the past hour. So it's nothing extreme here.
There's a couple of hidden pollen that is very evil, not gonna lie. I'm gonna get it right now after these. Like, look at this.
Yeah, that's deceptive.
That's no, don't do that.
What, you don't like it when they put random ledges or shelves and you have to find your way to navigate there when there's no way you could know that it's there unless you just randomly go for it?
No.
I kind of said a mouthful there, but
yeah.
I haven't been awake that long today, okay?
So we break that, which for some reason makes the clock functional.
Why not?
Why not? And there's a 50 there for reasons. So, in case you were wondering, by the way, this house is completely abandoned. And yes, it still has a lot of belongings and whatnot. Don't ask.
I was gonna say, it looks pretty clean for an abandoned house.
I mean, there are bugs living here, so...
Well, okay, fair point, yeah. Even with, let me rephrase that, even with the bugs, it doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, we're now gonna climb this tree, which is pretty much the last part we really need to clean off. And we're also gonna do property damage. Don't ask why there's a 50 there, there just is.
I wasn't planning to ask, so...
Okay, so with that, I think it should be 587 with these. That's right.
Yep. I'm glad you can hover right before you hit the ground.
Yeah.
In order to avoid a death.
The only thing you can't do. Oh wait, I never did this. Oh well, it's fine.
No worries.
I never did this connection.
There you go. You did it.
I was like, well, why isn't this working? What's happening? Makes sense. I'm an idiot. But yeah. These paths are very generous, so I can just slide. So yeah, the password. I wonder what it is. Oh no, I don't know. I am just doing things at random. Oh wow, I got it.
1986.
What a surprise! I got it.
Is there any significance to 1986, or is that just what it is?
It's the date year of the diploma on the left.
Oh, okay.
This one.
Ah, let's see.
Okay, we got a Tinykin. 598, that's good. We haven't missed anything. That's perfect. Cool. So yeah, we left that one, we left this 50 to the very end because that way we don't have to climb all the way back up. Because we need to go through the door anyway, so, you know.
We have a second?
Sure thing.
We do. We have another donation. We have a $50 donation from LP3 Cinema. Thank you so much. And their comment reads, happy to be part of this, and good luck to all the runners. Thank you so much for your generous donation. And just a reminder who we're raising money for. Indiethon Spring 2024 is raising money for Fred Hutch Cancer Research Center. They are a Seattle, Washington-based research facility dedicated to finding cures to cancer. Through their research and testing, they've been able to implement important life-saving medications, such as the HPV vaccine. Your support helps save lives, and they won't stop until they have curative therapies for all cancers. You can find more information about their research on their website at fredhutch.org. And back to you guys.
Thank you. So we are in Ambrose. This introduces the last kind of new Tinykin, which is yellow. They're very context sensitive again, they just do bridges, but only when the game wants you to. But it is also one of the most difficult stages to route because of all the moving parts that this level has. We need to gather ingredients to make a cake. We have the butter and the yogurt, which is on the fridge. We need the flour, which is on the other side of the map. We need the 3 eggs. There's a lot going on in this level. And not only that, but we also need to focus on our bridges now. Because the bridges, more than for ourselves, they're for the Tinykin that need to carry things. And we don't have enough yellow in the entire map to simply build all the bridges and that's it. So instead, what we need to get to be doing is we need to build the bridges. We need then deconstruct them to have all the yellow Tinykin again. Then build another bridge in another place. It is a lot of involvement, which means there's not a lot of things where we can just go, okay, I'm delivering this, they can just do their thing, well, I'm gonna do other things now. We need to be looking at them and making sure things are going correctly. Or else they're just going to stop there, waiting, and nothing will happen. So yeah, we're going to start by simply doing like a recognition round, I guess you could call it. We're going to basically get everything from the ground floor as we can. Because we need a lot of Tinykin for the rest of things. And the ground floor just adds a lot of everything too, so it works out. I'm missing one explosive. There it is. We can get this later, by the way. That 50, we can get it later. It's fine. So now, side objectives. Get those things on the posters. That's one. Second of all, we need to get corn from one corner of the map to the other to the microwave. And then deliver that popcorn. And then the other one is just a gem, which, you know, it's just a bubble check, pretty much. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna open what many people, myself including, do last on a casual playthrough. And the reason for that is because we need a key. And the reason why we need a key is to open the fridge. And the reason we need the fridge is to get the butter and the yogurt, which are the ones that take the longest to move. This is also a very specific electric path, because we don't have that many blue Tinykin yet, so this one is actually exact. We have no more blue Tinykin right now, we need to get more. Actually, I almost forgot to actually open the thing instead of just activating it. There we go.
It's like, yeah, it's like you do all that work to get that thing going, and then it's like, yeah, I'll just leave it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. we don't need it. It's fine. But yeah, now that we have that bar open, we can actually get up. We are going to be short of things if we do things like this. So we're gonna take a small detour here to get these. Just a short enough detour that we can actually get the route going. So yeah, this path we're only gonna do once because it's a very slow path to get up there. We're gonna have some silk lines later that will help us. This and the next level are the ones where silk lines now actually start being used as shortcuts. There's a lot of moving around the map multiple times to get things going. So having a direct path is a lot better than just having to climb all the way back up. There we go. Please get that, thank you. In the zip line that I was talking about. And this is the only vine shortcut that we usually get in the speedrun. I also got a couple on Balnia because I forgot the pollen, but that was mostly as an exception. That one is actually used. And the only reason why it's actually unlocked is because there is pollen on it. So it's needed.
So the pollen's not there? Or like, is the pollen still there even if you don't get it?
The
or...
pollen is still there, but we need to climb up anyways.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
instead
Yeah,
of-
because like, I got you.
So
I got
like,
you.
instead of having to aim for this pollen and then
Yeah.
climb another way or whatever, it's just a lot more useful to simply...
Yeah, and like if you were to fall, if you were to fall down, but like you miss one, well then you're kind of screwed because then you have to go all the way back and get it and try again. So you might as well just go ahead and knock it down and climb it.
Anyways, we need a lot of reds for this.
Was that 30? It said at first.
Yep. 30
Wow.
Get that leather. And now we're gonna see the bridges in action. That's it. That's what they do.
Yep.
So yeah, there are a very finite amount of yellow Tinykin, and the bridges take up a lot. There's one specific bridge in here that we need for the corn, actually, that takes, I want to say, 60 something. which is almost all of them. But yeah, while they're doing the thing, we're just cleaning up this part. We don't really have enough things to do anything. So, you know, you can just have a little bit of time to just do whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just a kind of another part of the game where you're not doing anything brand new. Like, once you know how to construct the bridges and everything, it's, again, just basically what you've been doing the whole time. It basically is just making sure your Tinykin are getting what they're supposed to, making sure you remember the route, making sure you are collecting the pollen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
See, the thing now here, for example, we have to wait for these Tinykin to get through the bridge, because we need 38. We have 19. We need to get them back.
Yep. Thank goodness there's a whistle mechanic to get all your Tinykin back.
No, if there wasn't, there's no.
Yeah, that would be frustrating.
You can also like get the Tinykin off a bridge back by going to the point and selecting it. But like, it's not worth it. It's just better if you just use the whistle.
Right.
Because something that you might have not seen is that the whistle actually doesn't get the Tinykin back if there are things on it. So you can just whistle to your heart's content until something happens. Okay, we have 30 just exactly.
We can also open the bridges like that. It is not that used because most of the time when you get a bridge, you're very close to the point, so it's faster to just get there and do the bridge automatically instead of having to aim. But there are exceptions like that one. So while the flower is going all the way back down, we get up onto the bridge.
Might as well get some pollen.
Exactly, we are doing this instead.
By the way, we haven't really talked about this much, but the music in this game is pretty chill.
Yeah. It really reflects the game, honestly. Like,
yeah.
You might be seeing this as a speedrun, but honestly, this game is pretty relaxing and pretty chill. So, the music just conveys that. I think they did a good job. Flower, I think it's already down there, so... It sure is. So while we use this time, I guess we can get these things. Cool. This jump is always kinda weird. There we go.
So now that the flower is getting there, we can continue doing side quest things. Here's the corn. This corn is the main reason why routing this level is difficult.
Nick, if you're still there, can you check the stream audio for us, please?
We're gonna build that bridge. wait for the flower to get there.
Let me check. Ah, I see. Okay, yeah.
So now we have enough Tinykin to get the corn going.
Yeah, it might have been a hiccup there, but we're good. Keep going.
While we do that, we can just use this time to get the sugar in. And by the time we're back, the corn is already down here. This game, especially these later stages, are again all about using free time. It's all about making sure that while something is going, you can do something else. So of course the corn is going here, it's going to...
The microwave.
the microwave.
Where else would it go?
Exactly. So the corn has already passed that bridge, so we're gonna open these two. And we're gonna go do this side part real quick. Also, you want to hear something funny? That is supposed to be a private stash.
Wow.
Oh, you know what? I never opened that. Huh. Well, we're gonna go all the way around. Whatever. Not a big deal. I was like, why isn't there a vine here? I'm missing something. And yeah, of course I am. I literally never opened it. But it's fine now. Now that we got that, we don't really need to. So we get the corn in the microwave, we get the popcorn, all of that fun stuff. Oh, camera, please? Okay. So
I haven't seen...
Before doing
Go
anything
ahead.
else, we need 30 for this. This is very important, or else we will need to wait for like the end of the level.
I was just gonna comment earlier, it's like we haven't really seen the camera be an issue, but right there it can be a little finicky.
Yeah, mostly when recovering from cutscenes, it can be a little weird. Most of the time it's fine though.
Yeah, which that's good, because some games release and their camera is just really inconsistent.
So we're gonna do this. I guess we can come up here instead. I'm used to doing a different route when I usually have the vine. But I already committed to not opening it, so there you go. Please get up there. What are you doing? Thank you.
There you go.
So we're gonna use this time that while the eggs are going forward. They are going to end before we finish this part, but it's fine because this part takes a very long time anyways, so we might as well do it now and save a little bit of time while the eggs are going in there. And now that we are here, the eggs are done. So now we have this shortcut, that means we can finish that part for later. And it's time to finish the main objective, finally. It only took 20 minutes.
Yeah. Is this the longest level in the run, or
No,
is it the one after?
it's the one after, but only
Gotcha.
by like 5 more minutes or something. So like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna clean this up. So we're gonna do something here. We're gonna take a death on purpose. Because now that every ingredient is there, it's gonna be mixed up. Yes, with the containers and everything. Don't
I
ask.
was gonna say, like, all the plastic and stuff is in
don't
there
ask.
too.
It just works. It just kinda works.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is get this again. Die on purpose, and now we're down here to collect this real quick. Because believe me, this doesn't take long. Like this it takes way too little. If you try to do anything else, you're gonna run out of time, and the cutscene will start, and then it's just you have done nothing. So yeah, yay, cake.
Woo. Anybody want some plastic cake?
Apparently they do.
Yeah, alright, hey.
And
Whatever they want.
It's funny because this whole level is like, oh, a dispute about someone, about the group that are rich and hoard everything, and the poor farmers that have nothing. Apparently a cake solves all of that.
I mean, cake solves a lot of problems.
Yeah, sure. So we're gonna be opening those for the component to get to its way, but it's going to only get there halfway because we need to finish this thing first, which is surfing section, I guess.
Nice.
It's just silk line stuff.
And this game has everything. Surfing and collecting and
You know, if only it had fish.
building bridges. Yeah, I have not played this game fully. I played the demo, which I think is through the first stage of the game,
Yeah,
I want to say.
I want to say it's just Sankar, yeah.
Yeah, but I was definitely impressed with like just how, I mean, I played it on the Switch and the only difference was frame rate, but like it played really well. Like it's a very chill casual playthrough because I mean, you don't have to worry about anything like dangerous. It's not like Pikmin where you have to worry about, you know, running out of time in a day or worrying about enemies, you know, attacking you or whatever. This is just go around and collect things. And I think that's, you know, not a lot of people make games like that anymore where it's just focused on just collect.
Did you seriously just do the whole popcorn stuff and not grab it?
Yeah, I think it's still in there actually.
Oh.
Now that you say that, yeah. Now that you say that, I'm like, oh wait, that does sound right.
Can I get here? Yes.
Oh man, that was close. He had one bubble left, I think.
So yeah, we can now open all of this, prepare the bridges for the thing to go in. Where is the bubble guy? Here it is. Hi.
Yeah, me not realizing you didn't get the popcorn lets everybody know that I don't run this game. My extent is I have watched Oriel play this a lot. That's it. Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned this at the start, or at least I don't remember if Oriel did, because I know I didn't, but this is the first time that 100% Tinykin has been in a marathon. So, this is the first time you guys are ever seeing this in a marathon setting. Because I think other marathons have done, like, all parts or any percent or something like that. Yeah.
There have been marathon. All parts has been featured. Any percent not because...
Yeah, because of that one skip you mentioned.
It's
yeah.
very hard.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But yeah, with that, we are done with Balnia, which means It's actually the time for the last level.
Last level, everybody.
It's funny because every component so far has been like, oh yeah, the object, like this is like the filter, the something, the whatever. This one, they literally don't know what it is. It just says the thingy. They literally have no idea.
Yeah. I think thingy is specific enough, though.
Sure. So yeah, we're back here for just transition. Oh yeah, we need a ticket for some reason to enter here. So here's the thing, right? In 80%, from the starting area, you climb up the stairs through the lift skip, and then you clip through the curtain, and now you're here.
Wow, that cuts out so much. That's wild.
So yeah, any
Also,
percent is insane. It's
yeah. I mean, compared to 100%, where we're at an hour and 29 in-game, where any percent you'd get here way sooner.
You
like,
get here in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Even less, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, Solarium Park. We
Last
need
level.
to have a race. For that we need a trophy. We need part of the road that has gone missing somehow. We need to repair the car and then bring it back. We need to fix the train so the spectators can actually go there. There's, again, lots of stuff to do, especially in this level. Because aside of all of that, every side quest here has a lot of moving parts. There's a side quest to have 5 cardboard / wood / whatever animals displayed in a section of the map, and there's also a side quest that we have to collect a harpoon, a cannonball, and I don't really know the last weapon, but it's like another ball for like a catapult.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know the weapon name, but you know. And we have to get all of them into a certain part and then activate them to get the artifact. Like, there are a lot of moving parts here. There are also bridges that we have to keep in mind. We start with almost no Tinykin. Red Tinykin in this map specifically are very important to have. There's a lot. It is also really fun, I would say. But it is a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, finally got some pink Tinykin. We can do this. And just like last time, this level starts with basically going around the ground floor and gathering everything we can. This jump is hard. Okay, I made it.
Yeah, this level's basically just a giant culmination of everything you've done to this point. We're using all types of Tinykin and a huge level, so it's really testing to see if you can remember where everything is. Like,
Yeah.
can't really ask for anything better for a final stage, where it's just everything all at once.
This is a very difficult level both to route and to run in 100%. It is so easy to simply forget about something. So easy to just go, oh, I am missing Tinykin here. How can I do this now?
Yeah.
Suddenly you have to go all around the map thinking,
Yeah.
where do I get Tinykin now?
And I mean, that also can bleed time because the level is so huge in scope that it's just like, you're looking everywhere. It's just like, okay, I clearly missed one thing, or, you know, a group of things. It's like, but where?
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's...
Missing one thing in this level can go very, 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 very wrong.
I have faith that you'll remember everything, though. I have confidence in you.
I mean, I don't, but thank you. So yeah, this is again another level where we're gonna be moving around a bunch, so we're gonna use the sublines as shortcuts a lot. How many do I have? 6. Missing this. There you go. I need 12 pink for the alligators here. Do not forget these 5 reds that I always forget.
Speaking of alligators, Ariel, you got another run in this event as well.
Yeah, we got Laser Alligator, which is a very fun game and very cute, and well, you should stick around for that. Well, you should
Yeah,
stick
that'll be
around
on-
you should stick around for the entire marathon, honestly. Like,
Yes, obviously, yeah.
Come on, guys.
But if you enjoy juegariel and myself, or if you just want to see us, you know, occasionally give each other banter or whatnot, Sunday morning, I think, at least my time, Later Alligator, Ariel will be running that, and I will be joining him on commentary once again. So be sure to check that out in case you're interested. Anyways, back to Tinykin.
So we have only 1 pink, which means we need to like aim and stop aiming multiple times.
He's getting his workout. Just he's
Yeah.
gonna move it all by himself.
There we go,
That's
we have
funny,
1.
but hey, whatever you gotta do to get it as fast as you can. Hey, that's the beauty of speedrunning sometimes.
So right now this part is to open the Ferris wheel, I guess? I don't remember English. But yeah, the Ferris wheel. We need it mostly to just get to the car. We don't really need it technically. However, first of all, it's 100%. Second of all, the Ferris wheel by itself, just activating it, gives you 50 pollen that we need to collect anyways, so, you know.
Yes, that is a Ferris wheel. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, well, I mean, you said you don't speak English, which you speak very good English.
Oh, come on, what's that? Oh well,
but,
I can get that later.
But yeah, that's what
Hey!
it is.
Dude, he literally pushed me off!
He pushed you off. Yeah, what is this?
Come on.
He's trying to ruin your run.
Also, because this is a moving part, we can't really use green Tinykin there, so we have to wait.
If you were to try to use green Tinykin on a moving part, like would they? I can't talk. Would they just not do it, or
Yeah, no, they
is it?
just don't do it.
I gotcha.
Milo here just goes, you can't do that. And that's what they do. Okay. So we have that done. I forgot, you go from here. Or else you don't get there. So now this is, we need to do this whole section to open the path for the car. This right here is actually needed, or else the car just will get stuck there and not do anything. We also need to come here anyway to get, you know, things, but
Yeah, gotta get some pollen.
nice, got that. Got them all.
Nice.
So, okay, now we get this. These are the weapons I was talking about. We need the harpoon, the catapult, and the cannon. They are all just kinda there, honestly. Because there's a cutscene for all of them, and it's like, okay, I get it. I activated it. Oh wow, look. Wow.
You popped a balloon.
Wow. Okay, can I move? Thank you. Oh, I missed.
I don't think that's a big deal though.
No, it's not, but it's funny.
Yeah. You lose like
Oh,
a second for that.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what happened there either. I thought you had enough.
I had one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I was like, wait, that's weird.
So these are the cardboard animals I was talking about. Now we're gonna get here and activate the train. Yeah, as you can see here, there's a lot of hidden pollen. Like, if you, for example, go there and miss that one, for example, it's like, now you have 6 missing somewhere in this entire map. Good luck trying to find it. Okay, the Tinykin got it from me. That's good. There are a lot of times where I have missed like 1 or 2 and I've had to do the entire route from the very beginning. Just checking where did I miss anything. It's not a good feeling. So again, electric thing, power it up. I'm gonna go slowly in this one because slopes are kinda weird.
Yeah, especially you already have a Tinykin that's kind of finicky to work with anyways, and then you have slopes. Like yeah, this is as complicated as it gets.
So yeah, the train is activated. We have spectators now. We just need to do literally everything else. The car has already been sent to repair, so we just need to get it back. The road is gonna be at the very end. The trophy is going to be at the very end as well. We're gonna get this because I can, I guess. I didn't get it before, so now it's a good time, I guess. I am missing Tinykin from the center, so might as well get them. I am thinking out loud right now.
Hey,
but
sometimes that helps. Sometimes it helps to just kind of talk out what you need to do.
Believe me when I say that trying to remember everything in this game is brutal.
Yeah. I mean, hey, sometimes talking things out just to kind of, I don't know if it's just some kind of psychology or what, but sometimes it kind of helps me to stay on track and just kind of hear myself think out, like I'm kind of thinking out loud almost. So, and especially given how much stuff you have to do in a game like this, I don't blame you for needing to talk it out.
Well, we just got a sword.
Yeah,
You know, as you do.
Sword. Yeah. Makes sense to me. Makes perfect sense to me.
I'm gonna use this time to get this, I guess. I haven't gotten it yet.
Okay.
Car is done.
Yay.
So we are now going to basically this towards the sword. He has a lot of problems getting where he needs to go. Luckily, these pollen right here, I don't need to get them because the sword itself will get them.
The sword collects them.
Exactly. I mean, it's the Tinykin carrying the sword. But
Yeah, I know. It's funnier to think that the sword is like sentient and picks things up for you.
Exactly. See, you get it.
Yeah.
So of course we need to make sure the sword actually has a road to go on, since it doesn't right now. And how do we do that? That's right. With more electricity.
Yay.
And this one is very tight. Okay, we got that.
There you go.
You can see I was throwing them almost as if as the guy that disappeared. So because the sword is slow as heck, we are now going to use this time to get things again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Once again.
Who could have guessed?
Who would have guessed? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really an insane strat. Not many people know about collecting stuff. Please open that. Oh my god, please open that. Thank you.
There you go.
So we have opened the bridge. We need to open the gates. Get up there. This opponent is actually kind of hidden. I have missed that one more times than I'd like to admit. Oh hey, look!
Hey, perfect! You got the one that that you needed to get earlier. Perfect.
It all worked out. It was all planned.
That was intentional. We were just messing with you guys earlier. That was actually intentional.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. So now we're gonna kill a dinosaur. A toy dinosaur, but a dinosaur nonetheless.
Oh, so there is violence in this game. Oh man.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. But you get a trophy for killing a dinosaur.
Yeah, except the trophy is not for us. It's going to be the trophy that gets delivered to the winner of the race because we don't get rewards here.
Nah. Well, you get bragging rights. You get to say that you got your Tinykin to kill a dinosaur.
Sure.
That's about it.
These two pink Tinykin that I always forget. Stop doing a tower, just let me... So now with that, we are going to get back to the very beginning and climb the rest of the tree that we just didn't do earlier. Because we didn't have enough greens. Now we do. And we can actually complete this section.
And in case you joined late or anything like that, slopes in this game, which these leaves have slopes all over the place, they can be kind of tricky to deal with, so especially as you're using your soap board. But Ariel's doing just fine because he's played this game a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't miss any explosives. This 50 only appears once you've done all the explosives, so I'm grateful that it appeared.
Yep. Saves you some stress.
Yeah. Especially in this level, because you do all the explosives in 2 parts. Oh, I missed those. Okay, I need to remember to get them later. That's fine. At least they're close to the beginning. They're not in a hard spot to get. So now we're gonna go through the gem. And of course we're going to abuse the use of bubbles. We have to...
May as well. Yeah.
We have to explode all of those meteors. Also, I can't believe it has taken me this long to mention, but the whistle, I use it in the air because it stalls in the air but doesn't lose as much time as the bubble.
Gotcha.
However, you can only use it once, so after the whistle to just get the bubble immediately. It doesn't save much, but every little bit you do it, it saves a little bit, so it's worth it.
Do I have a second here?
For sure, we have time while we destroy meteors.
Absolutely. So if you don't know who we are Indiethon. We are a tri-annual charity event showcasing all types of indie games. We bring you speedruns of games you may not have heard before to help support Fred Hutch and their efforts to find cures for cancers. For more information about us and our events, you can visit us at indiethon.com in your favorite browser. And we are raising money for Fred Hutch. If you'd like to donate, you can go to tracker.indiethon.com/donate and fill out the form to give some money to an awesome cause. We have an incentive coming up here. We are $5 away if someone can give a $5 donation to the Mine's Last Fruit incentive. it'll mean Cosmic the Dolphin will have to run a much more difficult route in the next run. So I think we all want to see that. So someone could go in there, donate $5 for this incentive, and we'll get that all met right there. That's all I have to say.
Alright, thank you so much. Yeah, guys, keep the donation going if you can. This is a great cause, and everyone should, everyone deserves the treatment that they research for. So, if you
I agree.
if you are able to, make sure to donate. But anyways, for now, we are now delivering the part of the road that was missing, and because we're close, we are also going to deliver this elephant to that section of the map that I don't really remember the name anyways. But anyway.
It's not important.
It's not important.
we're just delivering it. It's not important.
Yeah. So we have finished at least this side quest. The weapons one. And this guy is kind of like, hey, wait, this was supposed to be a scam. No one was supposed to be able to do that. Well, whatever, have a price or something, I guess. That is more or less the wording. And now we are going to be tangling bridges here, because we need the bridge to get the road, and now we need another bridge that we don't have enough for the elephant, so we just kinda wait. Not enough. Come on, there you go. Now is a good time to get these, I guess, that I forgot earlier. There you go. So, while the road is being delivered, while the elephant is being delivered, we are going to do things again.
Once again.
We are going to get down here to get into the casino part of the park. We're going to open a secret path, because of course there's a secret path in the casino.
Of course.
So we have the Tinykin, we have the snake right here. And now there's this whole section. Which I don't really know why it's here. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Somebody must have been pulling a prank. I don't know.
Like, the music changes to be this ominous thing and be like, oh, you're discovering the truth or whatever. Like, there's, like, look at all of that on the other side of the window. It's, and I don't think this is ever explained. So that's cool. Sure.
Why not?
But most importantly, there's a 50 opponent that we need at the very top. And we're done. Bye. And everything is normal. Nothing happened.
Yep. Of course not.
Okay, so here I'm going to do something that, as far as I know, hasn't worked on any other stage except for this one, which is the cutscene skip that I was talking about. I'm gonna need an audio cue, so
Okay.
a second. There you go.
Nice.
So we throw the trophy, and at the same moment that it connects, we go to the main menu, and suddenly the trophy is gone, the cutscene has been skipped, we are just doing our thing now. And oh hey, the component is right there, ready to get picked up. That saves, I want to say, a minute.
Oh wow, that's that's pretty significant, yeah.
The cutscene is very long.
Yeah.
I have tried it with other levels that have that same... Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hey, hi. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Oh
but-
man. Yeah, me
Okay,
neither.
hi. Well, I guess I'm here now.
Well, gotta go back.
I mean,
But yeah,
like,
you mentioned you tried this in other levels, and
Yeah.
it like.
for example, I tried it with the laser in Valnia, it didn't work.
Mhm.
I tried it with the sugar in Ambrose, it didn't work. I even tried it with the key in Foliana, it didn't work. So I don't know if it's specific to this level, or if maybe the other levels have maybe some other intricacies that need to be specific. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, we get these 50 by pushing all the blocks in. All the blocks, all the groups. Stop doing towers, please. I think I... Oh no, that was the bind. I thought I missed the code in there. So we're gonna have... Oh wait, that is not all the Tinykin? Uh-oh, wait. I'm missing 6. I think I know... This isn't good. Oh no. I'm missing
This is
6.
yeah. This is what we were talking about. Where it's like it's very difficult to try to remember where you might have missed them, or just even just to find them, because especially on a level
They're
like
not
this, that's just
those
huge.
ones. I definitely haven't missed anything in the casino. Have I missed any lamp or anything from the ground? I am struggling right now. Oh no! Where did I grabbed those? I get the objective while I'm doing it, I guess.
Might as well.
Huh. So, I actually like this. I actually don't like this.
Unfortunately, I'm no help here.
Yeah, definitely not the ones from the casino. Definitely not the ones from there. The route worked great. So I got everything. Now I'm just missing
need-
6 stolen. 6
Yep.
Tinykin, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Definitely not those. Not those. Oh wait. Maybe I think. Wait. Maybe.
Fingers crossed.
Maybe. But it's 6. 6 is a very weird amount. Is it 6? Yeah, it's 6.
Yeah.
Am I missing? No. No, it's not. Okay, well.
Ah.
Oh
If-
no.
If it helps, you're still good on estimate.
Yeah.
If that helps.
I mean, the last cutscenes take like what, 3 minutes?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. But
Do you know what
Interesting.
color they are? Do you know what
no,
color they are?
no, I don't.
No? Okay.
I want to say they're not red, but that's
Okay.
all the information I think I have. I definitely got those. I definitely didn't miss anything on the labyrinth. So this might be a good idea to go back all the way. Oh wait, maybe the red's up there? Wait. I thought they were reds, but maybe they're from up here? And this one's? No. Okay. I'm having a great time.
If anybody's wondering what Tinykin 100% looks like.
Yeah, this is it. This, imagine,
Yeah.
imagine failing like 10 runs like these.
Yeah.
And just by doing things like this. It's great. Everyone should run 100%. I got those two, right? I got these as well. What am I missing? I am genuinely flabbergasted. I don't think I've missed anything at all. I remember everything. It's gonna be the most obvious stuff ever, I swear. If anyone sees it, feel free to yell at me in chat, by the way.
Might as well, yeah. Wait. Go left, go left. I thought I saw green ones down there. Or no, that's
No,
gems,
no,
never
no,
mind.
no.
They're like, yeah.
Yeah,
They're like, those are rocks.
those are bad. I definitely got those ones. Did I miss anything up here? No. Audio messed up again? Aw, man.
Yeah,
These
we'll try to
audio
get that
bugs.
fixed, everybody. I thought refresh. I don't know. They'll figure it out.
What? Where am I? Ugh. This game got me making weird noises because I don't remember where things are. So yeah, this is and everyone.
If you're wondering what mistakes look like in this run, here you go.
I am genuinely confused. I'm gonna check the castle. Did I forget maybe something in the castle?
Maybe, yeah.
I got those shreds. Yes, I got that box right there. Yes. I got those shreds. Yeah. I got these.
Yeah,
Oh! There.
Is that? Oh, okay, okay.
That
All right.
box.
You missed one box. There you go.
One box. I
Wow.
missed a single box.
I think that was 3 minutes gone, just like that.
Well,
However, the good news, everybody. I don't know if the audio. They'll figure it out. But we are getting to the end of the game.
yeah,
so,
we just have a lot of cutscenes going around. You know,
Yeah.
But yeah, that happened. It's funny because it is not the first time I have missed a run to that specific
Yeah.
box.
Seen screenshots of Ariel's splits where he's like minutes ahead, and then he gets to that last level, he loses all of that time. Like, and he would send me screenshots of it. I'm like, dang, man, I'm sorry. Like,
Specifically that box, I have lost a run to. Specifically that box. Okay, but we got there.
hey, at least you figured it out. So,
Exactly. Oh, hey, we're
Not-
in
not-
we're in a new place.
yay.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, this is. Oh, I wonder what this is. The Last Refuge. Oh, wow, lore or something.
You mean the stuff we've been skipping the whole game?
Exactly. So this level has actually a lot of things to collect, and by a lot of things to collect, I mean 4 single Tinykin that we immediately use afterwards. Okay, we got them all. Nice. We didn't miss
Nice.
anything.
Okay, good.
So yeah, right before the cutscene though, because I don't want to mess this up. Yes. Cool. We got
Okay, good.
100%. Thank
You got it.
Thank you.
We're not gonna hold up the marathon.
So yeah,
And yeah.
this guy supposedly lived there, then the technology thing shrunk, and suddenly everyone is gone from the planet, and now they live somewhere else because his invention went dumb. Except him, he's still here for reasons.
Amazing lore explanation.
Thank you. So yeah, I don't know why this part like goes to the window to do a fade out, and then goes back in.
Interesting. It's not like there was a cutscene there or anything.
No,
It's
no,
just
no,
it just
I
kind of
didn't
happened.
skip anything. It's just like
Yeah.
that.
But anyways,
Yeah.
time's coming up soon, I think.
Yep, time is coming up soon, so be ready because it's going to be once the last cutscene starts. And it's going to be time.
GG.
So that has been Tinykin 100%. We can go back home, and this time we'll bring in this guy with us for some reason.
Yeah, let's get some GGs in the chat. I already see a few, but yeah, let's give some GGs to juegariel.
And make sure to stick around for the next run.
Yeah. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching that. And juegariel will be running Later Alligator on Sunday, I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I am SmartAlec24. I'll be joining him on commentary once again for that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and stick around for the rest of the marathon.
Shoutouts to Splash Team for doing this, by the way, this game, because it's great. It's a great game. I love it.